tournament. Next year I'm donating for a real tree. I don't want a real tree though. I wouldn't mind buying a bigger fake tree, but I really don't want a real tree. Like, I don't want to deal with all of the mess that it creates and stuff. And aye. Top right hand side, our red Zerg in this grand final. This is Reynor up against the blue Terran in the bottom left from Wind and Rain. It is souL. If it falls over, water everywhere. Why would you have what? Oh my! Holy shit! Whoosh! This guy just doesn't stop. I mean, I was about to ask slowly why there's going to be water everywhere if the tree falls over. Do you keep your tree in water? The base of a real tree has water in it? No, you put it in like you don't have to have water in the base of a real tree. Not unless you're trying to keep it alive. Whoosh with the 10,000 bits. Guys, can we get some hype and some love in the chat? Holy shit, dude, you're on like 40,000 bits this month. That's crazy. You don't want your tree dead a month before Christmas? Why don't put it up a month before Christmas? I've had a real tree in my house before and it's never had watering. We've always just not had water in it. I'm sure. Honestly. Can we get some love in the chat for Whoosh, guys? He is on 39,100 bits this month. He could be he isn't single-handedly doing it because everyone else has been really awesome as well. But could be single-handedly just funding this stream at the moment. Thank you so much, Whoosh, for the 10,000 bits. There's some hype in the chat. I will invest in a bigger tree for next year. Thank you so much for the 10,000. I don't know what to say. Like, I feel like I've said it all before. Thank you and this and all of that. And I just keep saying it to you because you keep on being an absolute legend in the channel. Can we just get some hype, some love in the chat for the $100 donation? I am genuinely just out of words. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. I honestly thought this month was already like... I thought this month's hype was like dying down. I thought we would, been through it all. We got the tree to fall over. And then even today, it just keeps on being ridiculous. That's actually crazy. Whoosh says, let's get a sub train going on. Let's do it. Choo-choo! Sub train our way to Christmas Day. Two Hellions running in towards the natural middle line. Gets a drone kill here. Looking for another. The drone was actually on hold position to buy a little bit of time, but the Hellions do make it into the main. The one time we saw souL being very effective in TVZ lately is when he has been able to deal a lot of early game damage. 4 drones with the first 2 Hellions, and the fact that these Hellions are still alive is concerning. That's 6 workers killed. Not bad for the first 2 Hellions at all, with 2 more now about to show up on the natural. Reynor knows, pulling away instantly. Pushing those Hellions away to the side. Again, just going to be seeing the Hellion getting picked off there, so Hellion goes down. But still, I mean, good damage by souL initially. Who goes into the Banshees. I feel like the era of the battlecruiser openers is beginning to be over, guys. Zergs have it figured out. Definitely not seeing them as much as we were before. As man, those Hellions, though, are still around. What is Reynor doing? He never got Ling speed, so he can't make Lings to help him defend this. And so he's just losing drone after drone after drone. Oh, man. And these 2 Hellions, honestly, they should get down to the low ground, get out of here, because there's 2 more Hellions about to show up. Even more damage available. 15 workers now killed, make that 17, going up to 18. Pulling behind the mineral line, that's 19, 20. Wow, crazy. 20 workers going down. It's not even Christmas yet, Wardy. Wait till we all get our dollars. Oh, You guys gonna spend your Christmas presents on me as well? God, you guys are just too nice. Honestly, it's crazy. The great thing is I actually do have content lined up for the next week or so as well. Like this month, I was saying it before. I said it when I had to go with TwitchCon and BlizzCon. As Reynor types out GG. Game number 2 of this best of 7. Down a map in the top left-hand side, our blue Zerg player. This is Reynor. To the bottom right-hand side, our red Terran. This is souL. Are we spamming exclamation mark wish J's now until we get 211 in the chat to thank him for all the gifts? Aye. Alright, 3 racks coming down. Getting this ready to go. The proxy here, seen by Reynor though, so he will be able to begin preparing, but it is already hatch gas pool. So the beginning of his preparations is to actually pull drones to go and intercept the first Marine. Drones on the way down to the bottom side, going to be looking for that Marine then. So looking to shut this down before anything happens. So, well, getting some damage on the SCVs means the Marines can't stack up. Honestly, I mean, obviously he hasn't actually got damage onto that Marine yet. Now he does. Reynor will go for a very, what feels like a very dangerous way of trying to deal with this. He will get Marine number 1 now. Marine number 2 is going to be in trouble. Extra drones keep showing up to defend this. Now Ling's on the way out. Okay, this is going to work. Because now by the time these Marines push forwards, there's going to be Zerglings waiting. Reynor lost some mining time, but he's going to slow this down massively here. As you see, those Marines coming over, going to start nibbling their way through that Overlord there. Overlord taking a little bit of damage. Ling's out, though. Going to come forwards instantly. An SCV going to be chased away. I mean, Overlord goes down. That's actually kind of a big deal. Reynor supply blocked. That's actually a bit of a mistake. I mean, a mistake to have his Overlord there, but I guess it was the Overlord that scouted the barracks. So, still just pulling it back, trying to get it back home after that scout came in. Bunker comes down on the front. Just going to be seeing a few Marines gather together. The Lings backing away. A couple of Queens will come forward. All you have to do is kill that SCV. And okay, well, there's actually more SCVs to get the bunker up. But the spine crawl is almost finished as well. It's taken Reynor, it's taken souL so long to get set up here and to get his units forwards that Reynor's been able to build so much in preparation of this. And now we see those Queens starting to take a little bit of damage, but dealing some damage as well. Spine will want to move forwards at some point. We see Lings coming in from the other side. Here we go. There's the chance for the Spine to move forwards. If he wants to move it forwards, he's at the moment fighting this just with the Lings. The Queen's not joining in. Okay, but the Lings will be enough to take this down. The SCV repair is not enough, and the Marines will be pushed away with no bunker now. Spine will come forwards too. A couple of SCVs going down. Queen's just going to keep on fighting these lower health Marines as well. Doing a pretty good job of it. And eventually pulls back to that Spine. And souL still doesn't have gas, still doesn't have a transition ready, still has no way really out of this at the moment. As we do see this bunker coming in just out of the front. Zerglings from Reynor starting to head around the top side there, but unable to actually make it. Marines pull back, looking to reposition a little bit. 3 Marines still being produced on those few bat racks down there. Couple of Queens on the way up still. You'll see a couple of Zerglings going down. Some good damage dealt here. Some really good damage dealt. As we're going to be seeing again a few more Marines around the left side. Did souL cheese in game 1? No. Reynor just died to a couple of Hellion run-bys. Just died to the first early Hellions. He cancelled his Ling speed and went towards Roaches, but he doesn't have any Roaches, so the Hellions just ran by and killed like so many drones, and Reynor didn't even try and fight the game. He just GG'd out, realizing that he'd allowed himself to get a little bit too far behind there. Obviously in this new game, it's a little bit of a different scenario as we see the Spine poking away on that bunker. Lings across the map are going to nibble their way through these depots, going to force some units to come back home, going to force the SCVs off the mineral line to repair that supply depot. Keep it alive here, although it's actually getting kind of low. Okay, another SCV coming over. Marines still gathering up on the far left. He's still building Marines, although he does expand as well. Reynor building drones, but just have to be a little bit careful. This is the slowest fight of all time. Every single pole kills about a total of 10 damage or so with the SCV repairing, although still ran out of money for a moment. Bunker will now salvage, and Queens don't get the kill in time. Salvage is good. So salvage is very good there, as you see this SCV want to move up the left side in towards the natural. Doesn't quite manage to, though. Command center dropping down in the main base. Didn't even micro the bunker. What a scrub. Yeah. What an idiot. Queens and SCV, or Queens and Spinecrawl are going to have to defend here. There's a lot of Marines, though, I tell you that. I feel like Reynor is maybe not quite prepared for this. This is a ton of Marines, actually. Pushing in, the Lings are going to come out a few at a time as well. Drones pull in. Oh, no, Reynor. Did he just assume the racks were flying back home? I mean, probably did. Marines just going to come forwards now. Transfuses on the Queens. Used up. Marine count still good as the Lings running in. Just slow Lings, though. Taking so much damage. Eventually, I think Reynor does clean this up, though. The Lings are good. The Queens took some losses, but did manage to help clean up as well. Reynor will benefit from having built a lot of drones beforehand. He'll still come out of this 29 to 24 workers in his favor, so still kind of goes okay for him there. As you see, Reynor is going to send the Lings on the map now, feeling comfortable that he has enough of them. Ling speed is not going to be done for a while, but it'll come up eventually. Well, I think Reynor is obviously just getting himself into better and better positions at the moment. Ling's coming across, going to make this natural difficult to hold on to. Hellion on the way up. I mean, it's really about Ling speed, though. I mean, Ling speed's going to be the big change of it. Even the Hellion, it's on a factory that isn't even got a reactor to potentially move to at any point, right? Like, it is absolutely hopeless, I think, at the moment. As you see, Hellion just chasing the Lings away. But again, Ling speed's about to kick in as well. So that's going to be kind of nice. Those Lings are still waiting on this side of the map, waiting to jump on some opportunity, waiting to make something happen here. Ling's still running in, looking to jump on top of those couple of Hellions. Looking to see what they can do. Now, the Hellions are a little bit too good at this. I mean, there's not many of them, but even a couple with the Marines as well. The Lings are very limited in terms of what can be done here, so not much dealt. Reynor does get a little bit of a peek on the natural, I suppose. Back at home, he's making a drop a Lord. He's got his pneumatized Carapace on the way. Roaches are on the way up. Man, he's going to just go for the Roach roll. I mean, it makes sense, right? Although with the... I was going to say maybe with the Banshees, but obviously he has Queens in a drop a Lord and an Overlord lair, so he can build an Overseer. So he's actually going to be pretty okay here, I think. Reynor, I think he should be completely fine. I think this all-in should be good enough to take down souL, who's on 12 army supply at the moment. Obviously not looking all too good. Not looking too good at all. Single drone gets picked off there. As we do see those Roaches and the Ravager starting to press forwards. Lingers coming through the center of the map. Across down to the bottom right-hand side. Banshee in place, starting to work its way through these Ravagers. So a little bit of damage being done there already. Ravager going to... Oh, doesn't quite fall yet. Queen's dropping down. Able to push that Banshee away. Again, more Lings, Ravagers. Setting up over here, going to be seen already. One Ravager taking a little bit of damage. Corrosive Bowl's going to knock down those depots. And, well, again, I mean, what do you do at the moment here as souL? Your Stimpak's going to get killed. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. He's got a bunk. He's got two Queens, two Banshees, but again, two Banshees against the Queens. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Reynor's still a little bit choked up here as a rain of Corrosive Bowls comes down. And he's kind of happy just to sit and kill the barracks, right? I mean, killing the barracks gets rid of a lot of the production here. Again, Banshees coming forwards. Here we go. This time going to flood forwards. This bunker's going to be in some trouble. Corrosive Bowls to block the SCVs. souL just types out the GG, and he's not going to stay in this. See what you did there. Alright, let's kick this off. Let's do this. Game 3. We're tied up 1-1. Bottom left-hand side, our red Zerg player. This is Reynor. But top right-hand side, the blue Terran from Wind and Rain is souL. Thank you guys. How we'll do today. Wush wants to see your subscribe in the chat, so I'll tell you what. Wush is saying he wants to see a sub train, guys. So if you do enjoy the stream, if you're enjoying the content, if you got a Twitch Prime sub available, do consider subbing. It helps us put out more events. It helps us put out more stuff for you all. So if you guys can afford a sub, if you guys can show some love, it goes a long way to more StarCraft 2 coming out in the future. Do check that out. Do show some love if you can. Get that sub train for Whoosh. He put in the money to get it started. You guys gotta do your part now. Whoosh, even still trying to keep it going. Gift now to sub to Swallow Bones. Thank you so much for another gifted subs. Can you get some exclamation mark Whooshes in the chat? That's what we do now when we celebrate Whoosh. We use this command. Is the sub tree still dead? We've resurrected it. It's DPSC2. About 400 of the decorations did not make it back onto the tree. We're currently resurrecting one decoration per new decoration placed. So every time that we get a new subscriber or whatever, we're replacing one of the decorations that fell during the great falling of the tree on Friday. Our SCV's always sparkled a bit when getting minerals to the CC. Yeah. Wait, are they sparkling? Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, like they're popping. Whoa! You mean that they'll pop? You know what? I don't know. I can very easily see how I've never noticed that in my life. Have they always done that? I think it's just one of those things where if you look at that... You know what? Now that I see it, I can't stop seeing it. Now that I see it, I literally can't stop seeing it. Can you get... You see what I mean? Oh my god. Huh. Do drones do that? Drones do it too! That has to be a new animation, right? That has to be new. There's no way that didn't exist before. No way. There's no gas animation. Oh my god. Literally never seen that in my life. Link speed and Nubatized Carapace here from Reynor. He's about to scout in, and when he scouts, he has a good chance of seeing this fusion core. A couple SCVs going down as actually Ling's just run into the natural. Gets a third SCV as well. Hellions pushing across with the Reaper, but a couple of Queens at the front shouldn't be able to do too much. So we've seen the couple of Queens sold in the front line there. Fusion core is about to finish. And a couple of Marines able to push this Overlord away out of the main base. So Overlord, get out of here. And just get pushed away. So Overlord pushed out as we do see a couple of Hellions and the Reaper from souL coming across. A couple of Marines on the bottom side pushing that Overlord out through the south as well. So that BC getting started. 4 drones still coming through, and again just going to be seeing the Zerglings of Reynor coming around the top side of the map. Overlord moving around here. A couple of refineries getting dropped into place. Rotron, Evo Chamber, Lair, all of this on the way up from Reynor as he gets this set to go again. The Hellions going to start moving out into the map. Zerglings here of Reynor. Again, wandering around a little bit, see what's going to happen. CC coming down, and probably another depot just to fill the final hole in this wall. A couple of Spore Crawls currently on the way up. Lair, about halfway done. Still those Lings just looking for opportunities. It's the Reynor style. Waiting to see the BC come across there. And the Rotron finishing should mean that we do see an attack here from Reynor. A Ling Rotrol in. Probably defend the first BC and then go across the map. We'll see if he does go with the Dropper Lord. Because he's got the Rotron. I mean, maybe he just sends the Lings and Roaches, leaves the Queens to defend. Also works. Oh my god, he forced a cancel on the CC. Oh man, well the Lings get in, but they'll be roasted down. But just slowing down the third CC is obviously huge. That is obviously absolutely insane as we see the weapon refit. The Immortal kind of now being upgraded, but the first BC is teleported into the natural. Already drones going down as the Queen starts to deal some damage. Reynor bringing his other Queens over, starting to fight this. Again, no Yamato, so no insta-kill on the Queen just yet. 5 drones killed, and obviously a good amount of lost mana to make that 6 here as he picks up one more. We have seen Zerg players turn this around with Queens, Spores, and all of that sort of stuff before, so... I was going to see that BC hanging around in the back of the base. Again, Macfield Accelerator currently on the way up on this factory. 7 roaches still on the way out. Hellions from souL moving back a little bit as well. Reaper trying to move forwards. Roach speed still coming through on the roach run. I think it's just the Hellions all the way away. Drone's going down as another BC shows up. Picked up a queen already as well. So again, some good damage dealt. Couple armories on the way up. Infernal Pre-Igniter. Obviously switching this up into the Hellion Cyclone follow-up. Reynor's done a good job of continuing to drone throughout this. Reynor played a really good style against us the other day, where he went in towards the roaches, the lings, and then played just like a roach ravager ling, continuous aggression against souL to eventually win out the game. We'll see if he's going to be able to pull off the same sort of effect here this time around, as those Hellions are going to be starting to poke around in the center, thinking about maybe heading down toward the bottom left. 3 SCVs going down here. Cyclones going to want to pull away as well. Hellions jumping on those Zerglings, able to get a few of them picked off. BC to the left-hand side, going to start getting pushed away. Queens transfusing each other up again. BC pushed all the way up the left-hand side there. BC on the right-hand side comes in, throws down the Yamato to get the instant kill on the Queen, and souL is starting to deal quite a lot of damage. However, doesn't have much at home to deal with a lot of roaches, which now have roach speed, so they get across the map more quickly. And very shortly, there's going to be Corruptors here to really fight these battle cruisers off. As BC has a teleport available, so teleports out right away. Does mean it'll be at home to help defend these roaches as well. I said there wasn't much. There's actually a bunch more Cyclones than I thought there was. I thought there was only 2. There's actually 4, and now the BCs as well. These roaches are very limited in what they'll get done, but he's also got lings in the third base, and actually souL doesn't respond to the third base, so suddenly 14 SCVs go down. souL loses a lot right there. 15 workers killed. Very nicely done by Reynor, as we're going to be seeing more of these Zerglings of Reynor heading out up to the top side of the map. It's going to be seeing the BC production continue. 1-1 upgrade still coming in. 7 Corruptors on the way up. Lings running by again. This time a couple Hellbats left to the mineral line, and they will just go instead to the... Why didn't you just click all of them, souL? He's raising his T-pose one at a time. He could have just raised them all at once. Very interesting decision there, as the 4th base though of Reynor will be cancelled. Question is Reynor lost a little bit too much earlier in the game to be able to keep on going now. So I kind of like his position though, like with the lings and the roaches, the Corruptors in the sky, like this is what he was aiming to get to, and now he's here. Those tanks obviously an annoyance, and that's a scan just to keep the vision on them for an extra shot or so. BC's about to pop as we see to the top side. souL continue to come across over the left-hand side. 4 Ravagers on the way up. Roaches coming in as well. Corruptors still overhead. And we do see the 4th hatchery from Reynor down at the frontier. BC's about to head into the main base. Oh, they teleport to the bottom. Surprise! Corruptors were over here. Does mean that those BCs now can't teleport away if the Corruptors come in, though. Queen's going down, and, well, yeah, the Corruptors will get the kills on these BCs. We see the Roaches and Ravagers coming in, getting the tanks. Corruptors still chasing the BCs there to the bottom side of this. Tank on the high ground goes down as well. souL losing a lot here, and Reynor has momentum to keep pushing with. Remember, he's got those Corruptors caustic spray down bases as well to force a response. If he caustic sprays the third while Roaches and Ravagers keep the Cyclones busy here, well, that's probably a dead third base, honestly. BC, well, obviously goes down pretty quickly here. Yamato's down a Roach. Teleports away to get repaired. Those units pulling all the way away. Again, I think you just park the units right here. Get rid of the third base. Get rid of those SCVs. I mean, you got so much potential as we see this Corruptor's just going to hang around in the main. And actually see this army, the Roach and the Ravagers going to get rid of the third base themselves, it seems. Will come in and actually go towards the BC on the natural. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Of course, there's only 1 Cyclone up there with the Hellions. Battle Cruiser is going to go down. Just now falls. Again, only 1 Cyclone really means that this is not going to do enough. There's the caustic spray on the command center as well. Corrosive Bowels will possibly kill the third, and souL is losing absolutely everything. GG's. Reynor goes up. Boom. Headshot. Top right-hand side. From Wind and Rain, our blue Polish Terran gonna be in some trouble. This is souL. Bottom left, our red Zerg Reynor. Happy holidays to you too, Swallow Bones. A few drones on the way up. Command center drops down on the natural, and we get this going. 16 SCVs on the way out as we see this Overlord just moving around up the front at the moment. What's up, Foxcatcher USA? Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream today. We're having a chill little time, casting some StarCraft 2. We're about 6 hours into the stream. And, yeah, having some fun. This is our grand finals. This is our last series of StarCraft today, but it is a best of 7. It's only game 4. Could have still at least 4 more maps, including this one. If not, Reynor could also win 2 maps and end the day. I think we're going to play a little bit of marbles after the stream as well. Haven't decided completely just yet, but probably going to play at least a little bit. Sounds like a good plan to me. Orbital dropping down here. Early game. Going nice and quietly. Toggers need to be in first place. Yeah, we'll play some marbles and we'll do some championship games as well. Probably not 40. But, probably not 40. I don't want to stick around for 4 hours, I don't think, unless you guys really go ridiculously crazy. But we'll do about an hour or 2, I think. Ripper moves around over to the right, having a look to see what it can get up to. Overlord just sitting out the front as well. Neopati's Carapace, Ling speed coming in, 6 Zerglings on the way up. Again, Creepers pressing forwards. Queen sitting out the front as well. Marine going to push that Overlord away. It's a Stimpack Banshee coming down. Lair on the way up in the main base. Ling's pulling back. Slow start in this game number 4. Just taking it easy. Rotron is about to finish. Lair about to finish too. I wonder if Reynor does think about just going road speed and going for that drop play. Because we did see him being very aggressive with that before. Immediately starts the drop lord. There go the roaches. So he's actually only getting the Lair. Not even for road speed here. Just for the drop lord. So it is going to turn this into a roachling all in. Getting this set to go. We see 2 engineering bays coming in the wall off at the moment. 2 engineering bays coming in the wall off, a couple of depots coming down behind the wall off as well. And again, a few Hellions just from souL gathering up towards the front. Banshee from souL loops around and we'll be seeing where it can go. Third base is empty, and that's something that Reynor souL will realize and immediately start pulling his Banshee back home. So Seeing no drones on the third is a big warning sign. He sees the roaches now as well, so souL preparing to defend. He's got a bunker on the way up. There's a breakthrough point here. I mean, probably wants to go for the engineering base. Get the engineering base, and you're going to be able to open up a bit of a bigger gap. Then again, it is more difficult to get through those. Overlord has to lift up the queens here. Nice transfuse. Saves that first Ravager that was going down to the Banshee. Banshee doesn't actually have cloak, so isn't going to be able to keep itself safe there. The engineering base going down. This is opening the way for the flood of Zerglings to come flooding on through here. This extra round of Ravagers is going to corrosive bile down this depot, this bunker, and then I think we see this flooding in. Queens are going to try and drop on top of the siege tank here, try and buy some time, try and buy some shots. Banshee goes down. Here come the Lings. Corrosive biles don't break the bunker yet, though, and the Ling count isn't doing that brilliantly. This siege tank somehow still alive. I have no idea how. The Queen's now dropping as well, but there isn't any more Banshees. I don't think Reynor's broken this. I do not understand where he's put the corrosive biles to not be able to break this bunker. Spread them between the tank and the bunker. And souL is going to lag at the moment. Not a great time to lag, as he mentions himself. Give him a moment or two and we'll get this resumed, I'm sure, guys. Couple of medevacs going to load up for the counter-attack as Reynor still has some Lings ready to run by, but that bunker's still up. Those Marines in there have been absolute heroes. Medevac's going to be dropping into the main very shortly. Lings just hanging around. Combat shields about to finish up from souL as well. Medevac's thinking about dropping in towards the main base. Lings, roaches, and Ravagers able to deflect without much issue there. Oh, drop a load. Tries to save the Queen, but a little bit too late there. Creep team is down though. Marines pushing the Overlord away. Is actually going to pick up that kill, so kill goes down. This is actually looking good for souL, though. He's pushing forwards. Roaches and Ravagers able to keep them away for the moment, though. But souL's push is going to be scary to deal with. However, you know what? souL obviously lost his upgrades. That's a big deal. I tell you what, you salvage that bunker, he'll regret that right now. With Lings running into his natural, Marines are going to be pushed away once again. I feel more Roaches and Ravagers getting set up. Lings still going huge on the natural. This counterattack from Reynor might be single-handedly winning him this game, although he still doesn't have a safe third hatchery over here. He loses this third base. That's going to be really rough for him. He's now got Carapace upgrades as well, though, so the army of Reynor is getting better. Again, Roaches and Ravagers still going to try and come in here. You do see the hatch going down. Roaches and Ravagers still pressing in. And this is going to be souL pulling back. Realizing after killing the hatchery, he's already done a good amount here. +1 melee on the way up from Reynor. We're going to be seeing the creep tumor cleaned out. Finally on the third base is souL that he wanted to take. His third orbital flying into position. I feel like Reynor probably is pressured into doing something right now. The longer he waits, the worse it's going to get from the tanks, though. Target fired on Roaches is exactly what you need. Reynor with a good defense, but then, again, the fact he loses the third hatch just pushes him into a decision, which I don't think he wants to make. And the counterattack is just not going to be enough. The tanks in position, targeting the Roaches. I mean, Reynor lost maybe more than he needed to there. Maybe sitting back would have been okay. Because while he is down a third base, souL is not able to land his own third base yet because of this creep. So actually, maybe he didn't need to attack in. Didn't gain that much. Marines in this medevac coming through the top side. Overlord's going to load up a few roaches. I like this drop. Using the drop load that he's had throughout the game. Using that tech to keep himself active on the map. So you've seen the SCVs, a couple of them going down. Free workers getting picked off there. And again, the Ling is just going to be pushed back into the natural. Which is in the main, picking off a few of these SCVs so far. Marines still pressing forwards. And did you see the Marines able to pick off that drop award? Oh, we're coming down. souL still doesn't have 1-1 upgrades. That's the biggest issue I see right now. Reynor's gone into missiles melee, and he's getting +2 carapace. +2 missiles now to join in with his recent melee upgrade having finished. And that's going to be a huge deal in these fights. It's going to make it very difficult for souL to take decent engagements. In fact, very difficult for him to take decent engagements. souL's still not starting 1-1. Gotta feel it's just a mistake at this point, right? I mean, he's building an armory for God's sake. What's he gonna do with an armory if he doesn't even have 1-1? Does he think he has 1-1? Like, is that his plan? Like, he thinks he has 1-1? Dropping the main base, gets 9 drones. Reynor still taking damage here. souL dealing some shots here and there. Medevac's boosting through the south side. Corrosive Biles gonna get a medevac, but not the full medevac, unfortunately. Ravage is over here shutting this down as well. These guys are just all over the place at the moment. 1-1 upgrades now on the way up here from souL. +2 missiles is about halfway done from Reynor as well. And again, the roaches, the ravages, they're going to start pushing out onto the map. Coming through the south side, you see the Marines picking away the roach. +1 vehicle plate and +1 attack, +1 armor. Still coming through here. These roaches of Reynor are going to be pushing in towards the third base in a moment or two. Looking for some SCVs as, again, roaches and ravages having to pull back a little bit. Gonna load up and drop into the main. Some roaches already here, though. Good position by Reynor. You just can't drop into that. The roaches are going to pick up Marines as they drop. It's not going to work for you. Reynor's position is just absolutely outstanding. Completely saves him from what should be a really good decision and a really good play by souL. Reynor's just one step ahead. He knows that possibility. He's not going to let it be available to souL. Couple corrosive bars shaving the edge of the army. Is one thing Reynor needs to do is maybe replace some creep in the middle of the map. That said, he has still got good creep out in front of the third base. And I'm sure he'll be starting to work creep out in front of his fourth base soon as well to make his life easier. Another big drop towards the main. There's still a lot of roaches and ravages here. Medevac is unable to get it across as we see Marines coming in, picking off a queen. Creep getting picked off as well. Roaches and ravages pressing forwards. A couple of biles coming down. Hitting a supply depot or so. Again, Marines still coming across here from souL. As you see the roaches and the queen going to take a little bit more damage, so they're going to be able to push that medevac back. souL's still down to the bottom side then. I feel like these are the sort of games where souL excels at, though. You know, he loves being scrappy. He loves dropping all over the place. He dives on these roaches and ravages here. Target firing the ravages because they go down a bit faster. A little bit less health, no arm attack. Obviously more expensive as well. So, picks off a Marine. Reynor's just getting ready to push now, though. I mean, his hive on the way up, so he's got to follow up to this. The Liberators fly overhead to start going across the map to harass. I mean, a bit of a heads up there for Reynor. A lot of Marines again, but obviously going around this side, he's looking to dodge the tanks. I tell you what, these tanks are going to be out of position. The Marines are out of position too. Reynor realizes that obviously souL's out of position, so he realizes that this may be a counterattack. Oh no, the tanks are going to get intercepted. Reynor pulled his army back. What a decision. Able to pick off these extra tanks here as Marines. Getting rid of a whole bunch of extra drones on the bottom side. I mean, obviously a base going down. But at the same time, these units over here need to decide where they're committing to. They're going to go to the top side. A roach down on the bottom hits a plenty forest. That's not going to be great for him. So Reynor comes in. Corrosive Biles Mostly hits roaches, actually. Medevac's loading up. 30 drones lost from Reynor. But his army is absolutely huge. He just has no way to really answer these Medevacs. And souL will keep mining quite comfortably. Reynor's on 2 bases. Reynor has to do something in this game very soon here, because otherwise he's in trouble. And that's why he's going across the map, probably with the intention to kill. He just cannot recover from this lack of bases. He's lost production with this as well, of course. I mean, souL still has a lot of units on the other side of the map. I think corrosive bars on the sensor tower might have been a bit misplaced compared to maybe going for SCVs, or, of course, the potential to get the planetary. Roaches over here actually going to hold their own. 2-2 upgrades against 1-1, showing some power. The issue is for Reynor, if he pushes into this base, there's going to be siege tanks. I'll tell you what, if he gets rid of this planetary fortress, if he gets rid of the base on the top side, it's essentially 2 bases each, but he'll have a fresher base to mine from. This one up here. This orbital still just burning down. No SCVs currently there to repair it. A few more infestors on the way up. Still got these roaches and ravagers actually just burrowing to heal up a little bit here. Reynor really needs some high ground vision to be able to deal with those 2 siege tanks that are just chilling up there. They're just sitting around waiting for Reynor to attack, but I'm not sure if Reynor will attack while they're still up there. Overlord moving forwards, waddling in. And again, that high ground vision is huge, but there's so many tanks. You can't attack into that. Reynor actually needs to find a way to get over to that base here to stop souL from mining, because that mining is going to be really influential. 3 medevacs loading up and going across the map. Reynor did not leave anything at home recently at all. He is now sending some roaches back as he's going to take the forward base. I mean, it's a very weird game, so I'm not exactly against it. Still keeping roaches and ravagers in position. These roaches here. Okay, he sees the medevacs now. That's a big play for him. He's actually got infestors here as well. Fungal growth's available, so he might be able to pick up some good kills in this. Roaches and ravagers going to decide to pull back themselves, or maybe just clean out these rocks and then intercept the medevacs. These marines are not doing anything apart from, well, I guess they kill a base, but oh my god, the medevac with units left in goes down. That was a lot of units to kill a hatchery. With another base finishing down here, Reynor's not immediately in trouble. He has somewhere to send those drones at least. souL loads up a single medevac to go down there. This base is in trouble, though. I mean, this doesn't survive this time. Not with this amount of corrosive bars, surely. Drops them. Okay, it's going to survive because the corrosive bars miss. The tanks actually reach quite a distance over here. Corrosive bars again. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage. SCVs repairing. Tanks on the high ground unsieging. Next set of bars can kill that CC if the SCVs don't keep repairing here. Okay, but it gets away. This medevac roach is still on the home side of the map. Reynor still hoping for this base to come up as well as he gets this base up. Needs to maybe take the extractors if he wants any more gas here. I guess he's okay for gas at this exact moment, though. Fungal growth comes down. Tanks haven't moved forwards. Really solidifies this positioning. Roaches, for some reason on the low ground, need to be up on this high ground to clean this out. Get rid of those marines. As the hatchery goes down, gets cancelled. Instant rebuild, but still slowing down the potential to mine from that base. As souL is up by 4 workers. 153 to 92 army supplies. As that medevac loads up, goes in the main. Another medevac from souL coming through the top. Marines of souL are just going to be hanging out there as you see the roaches and the ravagers trying to come through the right side of this. This medevac of souL coming down the left. Here you go, roaches and ravagers pressing forwards. The tanks were unsieged. What was he thinking? Why? Oh man, maybe just repositioning, but it's terrible timing. And that's an overwhelming army here of Reynor. Corrosive bars killing marines, medevacs, and tanks. Oh, the CC's going down. GG. GG. Reynor wins one hell of a game. Saying the wrong. Every game to me is either game 1 or game 2. Like, the fact we're doing best of 7 is clearly completely beyond my brain capacity today. Top left-hand side, our red Zerg player. This is Reynor. I'll use the pictures subscribers get sent. Oh, you wish. This is what tier 3 subs get. Bottom right-hand side, the blue Terran from Wind and Rain is souL. Yeah, see, slowly the difference is I feel like Fenner actually has people who want to watch him eat a banana, whereas I don't think people actually care about watching me eat a banana. I think it's just a good meme when I bring it, you know? You see what I'm saying? Oh, why are we lagging? Why are we lagging? What is my PC doing? Oh dear, what is actually going on? For some reason I can't open my Twitch chat again. Okay, fixed. Could be our last game of the tournament, guys. Could be our last game of the tournament. Wonders if you'll sell the used banana peel. Yeah, guys, not only will I eat the banana for money, listen to this. Banana. I will also send you the used banana peel for an extra $500. I mean, how can you say no? Oh, my stream died. Hello? Hang on. Stream's dead. Hello? 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 Hello, Twitch chat? Hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. Yeah, love it. Love it when Twitch does that. Stream literally just randomly dies. Like, for no reason at all, just randomly dies. My XSplit's still streaming. I literally just had to stop and start streaming on XSplit. It just stopped receiving on Twitch's end. I don't know what to say. Seems like a Twitch thing. Fuck Twitch. I'm gonna eat a banana in my defense. I'm so hungry now that I started eating this banana. Fucking hell. Yeah, that was kind of annoying. Bit of a shame. Oh, you guys are back. Hi. Looking speed coming down in the main. I'm actually casting while eating a banana. That's really unprofessional. But I actually just don't care at the moment. Stream's lagging. Is anyone else lagging? Or are we good? We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're fine, we're Gucci. Good here. Just one stutter. Perfect. Alien's poking around, dealing some damage to this hatchery. A couple queens coming down the left side as well. Bane Nest on the way up from Reynor. As you do see that Ling speed coming through, finishing up. Marines will chase down the Overlord, so Overlord getting killed there. We need to have a funeral for the dead stream. No, because it's like the Christmas decorations. They got resurrected. It's fine. Hellions and a Reaper from souL. There's an Overlord runs around. Let's see what's going on, trying to be a little bit of a nuisance. I'm not really doing a great job of casting these games, guys. I feel that I don't know what it is. I think my focus is just a little bit off today or something. But otherwise, hi. I'm still glad you guys are tuning in. You guys are cool. What can I say? What's cooler than cool? You guys know what. You guys. If it's pre-recorded, how come Rifkin is casting the same game live? because Rifkin actually pre-recorded at the same time as me. So when I started my pre-recording, Rifkin's pre-recording also started, because that's how pre-recordings work. Marines pushing an overload up into the main. Oh, a couple of Banes coming in. Marines going down. I think there's a Reynor going to be pushing a crossover through the top side, and it's going to come over to the right. I mean, this CC not landed down just yet. An armory on the way up. So just getting all of this ready to go, as we do see again. A few Marines just unloading from the medevacs here up on the top. Hellions are going to run by over on the left. A couple of Hellions going down already. Good job with this. A few drones getting killed. Nothing too crazy, though. I think it's a good shutdown by Reynor, keeping himself in a comfortable position as he goes into a Lingbane Hydra style against this bio of souL. And souL's opening pretty standard as well. Not even too aggressive, just Marine drop. Moving into the 1-1. Going from there. Oh no! The Lings into the natural. Could have gotten up on the main base ramp. The Deepers were down for a moment or two. Didn't in the end. He's going to start fighting there. Then sends a few more Lings down to the natural to deal some damage. Issue now, these Lings are in a little bit of trouble. We'll start them off some Banes behind the mineral lines. You also see Lings on the third base. Going to try and cause a bit of a distraction. A bit of chaos. Not sure why those Banes were morphing in there. I think that was a little bit hopeful from Reynor, as the third orbital command is taking some damage, taking some hits. souL, obviously, I think sees this. He just doesn't want to lift it up unless he really has to. Finishes the SCV, so actually gets away with it. As Reynor still spamming Lings across the map. About to get 1-1. Look at this. He finds everything, though. Like, finds the supply depot. It's all the little things. As he goes up the ramp, he finds a siege tank, but the Marines are nearby are enough to defend. Still some damage dealt to that tank, though. Marines and a couple of tanks here from souL, just chilling out the front, and a couple of medevacs up at the top. And a couple of SCVs going down as we see depots busted up on the right side, but not much else for Reynor to do just yet. As souL's actually hunting for those couple of extra Banes. I think there's going to be set up to maybe to grab these Marines. These Marines are just in the middle of nowhere. They go down pretty quickly. New wall off being made here. Of course, the Bane's going off on the Marine. There wasn't enough Banes to bust through there anyway. So just going to keep these units up here, though. That counter-attack ready as Reynor continues to come down the left-hand side. A fifth base now being built up. More Zerglings of Reynor just chilling out the front here. Another couple running down there too. Medevacs on their way over to the left-hand side. A couple of Queens just going to be used to poke those medevacs back. One thing souL has is a fairly scary army. But man, as soon as Reynor runs in with these Banes again, well, there's a bunker behind the mineral line, or behind the wall here. But if the wall goes down, the Lings are still going to hit the mineral line. Then the bunker isn't in range anyways. I mean, there you have it. He's going to try and instantly rebuild the wall off. Lings, move, go. He's busy elsewhere with other sets of Zerglings, so a little bit disjointed attack there from Reynor. Not exactly what he should have been going for. Should have been in with those Zerglings, but well, here we go. He's now going to go for a full wraparound. Lings around the back. There's a tank there he can jump onto right away. The Banes and the Hydras are about to be ready. He actually wants to come in from like every angle. Top right, top left, bottom right. Bottom right attack gets shut down already though, but he spreads more units out here. This is going to be a hell of a surround. Here we go. 360. No scope. Reynor comes in. Forces everything to lift up. It would have been much better if everything had actually died, but well, I mean, you can't have your dream every time, guys. Reynor 360 no scopes, just missed very slightly. But now all those units in medevacs, he can counterattack across. Lings mass around in these Widow mines. Split. Minimizes it pretty well, I would say, as Banes run in. SCVs are pulled on the natural. Extra Banes in the natural as well. Reynor's coming down to the third base, dealing with those medevacs that have now unloaded the Hydras, having a very good time. And this is going to be GG. Reynor 4-1 in the grand.